Hey guys, and welcome back to For I Have Sinned. My name is Jess,
And this is Lauren.
and we are back after I think we went like 2 weeks without doing an episode. Sorry.
Sorry.
We will try really hard to be more consistent. We both just have so much crap going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, we'll be more consistent.
Thanks, guys. We love you.
Thanks, guys. Okay, so today is a 15-minute murder episode. This is number 8.
Yes.
And I am going first. And just for you guys watching, I will be reading from a book very close to my face, because my notebook very close to my face, because I'm not wearing my glasses because my ring light just, you know, it's so ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading from my notebook, and you're gonna have to deal with it. So okay, so I am covering the Seminole Heights serial killer.
Okay.
And this is in Tampa, Florida. I don't know if you know. I know you lived in Florida, but I don't know if you know Tampa very well.
I was about 2 hours from there. I went a couple of times, but not super familiar with the area.
Okay, so Seminole Heights is just like a little area in Tampa, and I actually lived there for a while uh, when I was like 21. Um, and around this time that this was going on, my ex-boyfriend lives in Seminole Heights now, and
Okay.
when this was taking place, I was at his house like all the time, and I think the guy was only like a couple of blocks away or something.
Oh, that's fucking scary.
Yeah, I know. All right, so Howell Emmanuel Donaldson III, aka Trey, was born in North Carolina. I couldn't say that word for a second. And eventually moved to Tampa, Florida with his parents, older sister, and younger brother. He was described as well mannered and shy and well spoken, which, by the way, this is a black guy, and I mean whatever, he's a serial killer, but I hate when people describe black people as well spoken. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or like articulate.
Yeah.
I hate that so much. Like they're surprised.
Right. Like that's not the default. Like, are you fucking
Yeah,
kidding me?
yeah.
Yeah.
I hate it. I really
I do
hate it.
too.
Um, yeah, so his family was very religious and he attended church regularly. He graduated from Plant High School and he actually went to St. John's University in Queens, New York. He returned to Tampa after graduating and he started working at the Ultimate Medical Academy. He was fired after he stopped showing up for work. This was in May of 2017, I believe. So a friend of Donaldson said he saw him a couple of times that summer and he looked like unkempt, unlike himself. He was looking for a job. He'd recently broken up with someone and he was trying to save money. He also said he was having trouble with his parents. There's not a ton on this case, but about him anyway.
Yeah.
So in the fall of 2017, friends say Donaldson hit quote unquote rock bottom and was strapped for cash. On September 30th, he told his friends that he wasn't in a good spot and asked if he knew how he could get a gun. He asked another friend if she could buy him a one-way ticket to LA. On October 3rd, Donaldson purchased a Glock firearm, picked it up on October 7th, and bought a 20-round box of Smith & Wesson ammo. 2 days later, he shot and killed Benjamin Mitchell, who lived in Seminole Heights. And then within 10 days of Mitchell's death, he killed Monica Hoffa and Anthony, I'm going to butcher this name, Naiboa. They were also shot and killed. Now, during this time, Donaldson started working at McDonald's in Ybor City, which is like my old stomping grounds. This was in October. His manager said he asked if he could sleep in the lobby at night. On November 28th, he went to work and told his manager he needed an advance payment and because he needed to leave town. He handed her a McDonald's salad bag containing something heavy and made her promise not to look inside. So he left. She didn't look, but gave it to a police officer that happened to be in the McDonald's. And the 40 caliber Glock was in the bag, obviously. Yeah.
Do you think this is why they don't serve salad at McDonald's anymore, or?
It has to be. It has to be. Is that true? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I don't think that they do. I could be totally making that up, but I only ever get like chicken nuggets and cheeseburgers.
Yeah. The rare times that I eat at McDonald's, I don't want a salad from there. I don't know why that grosses me out more than like the meat there, you know?
I agree. Sorry.
No, that was good. That was good. So, Donaldson was quickly detained and he agreed to speak with police, and he allowed them to search his car, his phone, and examine the gun. And later that night, Donaldson was officially arrested and charged with 4 murders. Search warrants showed Donaldson's web searches included Seminole Heights Killer and Seminole Heights several times between October 27th and November 14th. His web history had visits to Tampa police social media platforms, specifically media related to the murders. He had no previous criminal history in Florida, just some traffic citations. He was reportedly arrested in New York in 2014, but details have not surfaced. The state attorney's office said that it will seek the death penalty against him. And now, when I looked online, this was like a few days after August 10th, but his trial was supposed to be set August 10th of this year. So I didn't see anything about the trial yet.
Okay.
I was looking it up and I really couldn't find anything. So I don't know if it got set back, but when I looked online, it said August 10th, and this was probably like August 15th or maybe a little later than that, but it was still in August. So I don't know what's going on with the trial, but I guess I can do an update on that. But
sure.
Yeah, like I said, they were seeking the death penalty. And I just did this. It's not like super interesting, but it just freaks me out that I was like right there when this was going on.
Yeah,
And,
absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, like, I don't know how it's so many times. Sorry, I'm trying to move my position.
Oh, you're good.
There's so many of these cases where it's like, this person never had any criminal history. And this person was always, mild mannered and shy and friendly, but whatever. And it's like, how do you go from that to murdering like 4 people?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's weird. I mean,
yeah. Not even a speeding ticket or, whatever.
Right. I think
or
actually,
he did have a speeding ticket.
Have like traffic citations.
Yeah, but that was like the worst of it.
Yeah, burglary, or I mean, I guess also it's possible that he never got caught doing other stuff. But I mean, usually just with their history, the majority of serial killers, they have like
something violent or
other stuff that
escalation.
Yeah. I mean, like for instance, we just covered Golden State Killer. I mean, he burglarized and he was a rapist for years before he actually killed people.
Yeah, sure.
Ted Bundy was like he was such a kleptomaniac.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them. I mean, did Dahmer have anything? I don't think. I mean, he killed animals when he was younger, but I don't think he had any
like arrest record.
I want to say there was
criminal history.
I want to say, I could be wrong about this. I want to say there was something like he got arrested for being like drunk in public or something like that. Disorderly conduct. I don't know, but I'm not too sure about that one. But yeah, I mean, the majority of them, they are doing a lot more before they graduate, so to speak.
Sure.
To killing people.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Yeah, that was mine, and I will update it. And that was pretty short, but like I said,
That's
there
okay.
wasn't a ton, and I just wanted to cover this. I also, I want to give a shout out to Josh, who actually wanted me to do this one too.
Okay.
So, because he lives in Tampa. So, yeah. Hey, Josh.
Hi,
Thanks for
Josh.
listening. All right. So, yeah, that's mine.
All right. Well, I am sticking with my typical MO. um,
Mine was very recent
it
though,
was
compared to
for
what I
for
usually do.
yes, I was gonna say that. That is a very recent one. I'm proud of you.
Changing it
um,
up.
not trying to one up you, but this is something that happened today.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh
Um,
shit.
yeah. So the crime actually happened in January 16th, but the sentencing happened today. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
yeah. Sorry. I didn't mean to mislead you. But it's like super recent.
Oh wow,
Um,
that's fast for a trial, right?
yes, this happened in England, so that could be why.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a kid named Kieran Earnshaw, who is now 18, and another teenager named Luke Kroger. I don't know how the fuck to say that. Um, he's 16 now, but at the time of the crime, he was actually 15. This happened in Huddersfield, England, and I guess basically they were like, if you look at them, they just look like douchebag kids. They were hanging out outside of the Thornton and Ross pharmaceutical factory. And they were drinking, I guess they had some liquor, like it was said that they were drinking vodka and other alcohol, and they were eating pills that are comparable to Xanax,
Okay.
and they were just being hellions, you know. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't say that I didn't do annoying shit when I was a teenager too, but they were just being assholes outside of this factory, which is kind of a weird situation. They're in the parking lot, and a 53-year-old man named Robert Wilson got out of work, and he and two other coworkers were going to confront the kids and be like, you know, why are you guys being destructive, whatever, you're hanging out here, you're loitering, blah blah blah. And apparently they attacked Robert Wilson. They had an 11-inch samurai sword.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they jumped him and stabbed this poor man over 100 times.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And it was found later on in the security footage that you could hear the younger one, Luke Graukruger, who was 15 at the time, saying, "Oh, give me the knife, give me the blade. I want to stab him. I want to stab him." And as this dude is like bleeding out, he tries to saw his head off. Like you can see it. Yeah, the judge actually said that when he was being sentenced. And this happened on January 16th of this year, and they were arrested, but I wasn't able to find out a whole lot of information because he was under 15 at the time. They
Yeah.
weren't allowed, and the other guy was under 18. They I guess apparently weren't allowed to release any specific information. And the judge, who his name is Justice Lavender, which I think
That's
that's like the
crazy.
the best name for a judge.
That is an awesome name.
He brought up that part of the evidence that was turned in against them was actually 7 pages worth of raps written about killing this man.
Oh geez.
Yeah. I'm going to read you a little excerpt of this guy's rap.
Yes.
So like this is towards the end. He
Can
says,
you say it with the British accent? No, I'm just kidding.
"Oh God."
I'm just kidding. You don't have to. Imagine if I was like, you have to say it with a British accent, Lauren.
When it made him choke, pupils dilate like he's on coke. The last sound he made is a croak. I'm sorry, guys. This actually
No,
isn't
it's
funny.
not
This poor
funny.
man was killed, and he was like supposedly a sweetheart of a man that loved to play golf, and he had stepchildren. But this other kid is just so fucking cringy. So he said, when In and Out made him choke, pupils dilate like he's on coke. The last sound he made is a croak. I heard him struggling for his last breath when he gave up. Said, Wag worn to death I was. I don't know what the fuck that means. Still stabbing the guy's chest, laughing 'cause my knife worked the best. Sammy made the Don hit the deck. No cap, man. Was chopping at his neck. Us, man, almost detached his head. Can only imagine how much he bleed over. 100 wounds up his body. That's what the Fed told me and my Donnie. On my life, I'm spitting the truth. I don't tell no lies in the booth.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So
God.
that's what this fucking loser ass, and it almost reminds me of which I actually loved this song, but Bobby Shmurda. Do you remember Bobby
Oh,
Shmurda?
yeah.
Yeah, he actually got arrested on kind of like a similar thing where he was rapping about actually killing someone, and the cops
That's
were like,
right.
maybe he did this shit.
That's
So
right. I forgot
yeah,
about that.
yeah, it's got Shmurda vibes to it for
Schmurda vibes.
sure.
That's hilarious.
So you know the his attorney, the kid's attorney, was like, oh, he's just a kid, he's just, you know,
Oh,
working out his immature feelings. And the judge was like, no, he was congratulating himself on what he did to this man, and he wasn't having none of it. And they both actually were sentenced to life. Earnshaw, who was 18, was sentenced to life with a minimum term of 22 years, and then Gow Kroger, I don't know how to say it, the 16-year-old was sentenced to minimum of 16 years, 8 months. So as we've kind of seen in other foreign countries, they typically don't try younger folks. They don't penalize them that harshly. So
yeah.
this is actually a pretty heavy sentencing for teenagers.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say which case I'm thinking of, but there is a case that I'm going to cover. That's why I don't want to say it.
Yeah,
Where it's two kids, and granted they are younger, they're not teenagers,
yeah.
but what they did was so brutal and disgusting and one of the worst things I've ever heard of. And they got like, I think they were, I guess they were able to get out when they were 18 or something.
Okay.
And so I think they ended up serving maybe 7 or 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't care that they're kids, you know? And and
Oh
then they
yeah.
got like anonymity, name change, basically like witness protection, but
Oh Jesus.
for the
Was this
killing.
in the States?
No, it was in
Okay.
England. That's what I'm saying. Um,
Okay.
yeah, it was in England, and like I don't care though. You know what I mean?
Well, that was kind of like what's her fucking face? The one that was in Canada, Jasmine
Oh
Richardson. They put
yeah,
her
yeah,
like basically into witness protection too after she was
yeah.
done with her sentencing. It's like fucking crazy, or with
I don't, I
serving out
don't,
her sentence rather.
I don't get that. And believe me, I'm not saying that our justice system is good, is like even good,
Yeah.
because it's not at all.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't get why other countries do stuff like this.
Right. You
Even
can take somebody's life, but you can live out the rest of yours with a security blanket. Like
right.
it's
Okay,
crazy.
okay. What's his name? Vince Lee, four
Yeah.
years. And yes, that's a little different. He was in a hospital because he had, he has schizophrenia, he had a psychotic break. Still, I don't care. The guy should not be on the streets. 4 years
Yeah.
for beheading and mutilating and cannibalizing
Yeah.
a 22-year-old, 21-year-old,
Yeah.
however old he was, I can't remember. And then Carla Homolka, you know who that is? The
Yep.
Barbie and Ken killers, I think they call them.
Yep.
She got out after, I mean, it was probably like 15, 20 years she served, but she got anonymity too. And
That was Canada as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I know they say that Canadians are very nice, but
Sorry.
I think, sorry, Canadians.
Every time they
Right?
stab someone, sorry.
Oh my God, that's so bad. I mean, it's good, but it's it's bad that we're laughing.
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. Did it hurt you? Eh? You
Sorry.
know, like no,
Oh,
but
I bet that one hurt, eh?
oh Lord. Um But I mean, yeah, maybe they're a little too nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
honestly.
the one that really just kills me the most is Vince Lee, because it just makes absolutely no sense at all whatsoever. Does
Yeah, that
not.
he doesn't even have to check in with anyone. He's just scot-free, living his
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
I don't know if he has to. I mean, I'm sure he probably has to do like some outpatient, but I don't think.
I thought
Actually,
he
I'm
did
not
for a
sure.
little while, and then he was just like, okay, you can just change your name, live your life.
Well, I know that, or maybe I don't know 100%, but I'm pretty sure that he had to be monitored for making sure that he took his medication. But
Okay.
still, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, and after I think it was a year or 2 years, they were giving him like day passes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
weekend passes.
And then after 4 years, it was like, okay, go ahead and
Yeah.
live your life.
And he changed his name too. I mean, everybody knows Will Baker, which is so stupid. But
Bill Baker.
Will Baker.
Just trying to blend in with the crowd, man.
Yeah. But I mean, if anybody saw him, they would know who he was from a mile away.
Oh, sure.
He was he's fucking scary looking.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't seen the pictures, they're up on Patreon. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy what he
Yeah.
actually did to that poor man. I know
Yeah.
we mentioned this once before, but like I did not understand the extent of the mutilation that was done to
Neither did I.
that poor guy. What was his name? Tim?
Tim Mclean.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can understand it unless you see
Yeah.
the pictures. And like Lauren said, we've been putting crime scene photos and other stuff like that on our Patreon, graphic photos. And obviously they're not for the faint of heart, but some people are interested to see. Like, I like to see crime scene photos because
Sure.
I just think it's interesting. Not
Yeah.
necessarily, I don't really want to see you know dead people, but
Sure.
the actual crime scene I think is interesting. I think that kind of ties in with me wanting to go to school to be a criminal psychologist. I hope that happens. Everything's so stupid now with
Oh, I
coronavirus,
know.
but
It's insane.
yeah. But anyway, yeah. I mean, when I saw this picture and I sent it to, I didn't think that picture you'd be able to find that picture,
Yeah.
and I found it pretty easily. And I
Wow.
sent
I
that
didn't
to
even
Lauren.
try to look for it.
I mean, I was putting up um the crime scene photos on Patreon, but I just thought I was just going to get crime scene photos. Like,
Sure.
there's people outside the bus, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's one picture I think where it's like evening, and you kind of see like the police around the bus, and you
Yep.
kind of see like his silhouette almost. But I was not expecting to see that. And it's like it's like what's his name? And I think I said this to you last time. Who's now of course I can't think of his name. The famous horror special effects makeup artist. What the heck is his name? Oh my gosh, what is his name? You know who I'm talking about. It's maybe like Frank. You know what? I'm Googling this really quick. I'm sorry.
Google it.
Google it.
It
Um,
doesn't look real though. I
it
will say
doesn't.
that.
It
It's
doesn't.
hard to like wrap your mind around it that this was actually a living human being that this happened to.
Yeah. Um, but like I was saying, it's honestly like it's like the best special effects horror artist in the world
Yeah.
did this. Tom Savini.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say Frank Mancini,
Good.
but
Close. It was
kind of
close.
close. Tom Savini. He did like so many, but like since the 70s, I think. I'm looking now. He did like Creep Show, Night of the Living Dead, in the one from 1990, the remake, Dawn of the Dead, Maniac, um, From Dusk Till Dawn. There's like so much, but yeah. So it's like if he made you know, a dummy of this kid, and what Vince Lee did to him, it's like, I don't even have the words for it. It's like unfathomable, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, go on our Patreon. And even if you're not, go on our Patreon, because we have other stuff there too. And you get first dibs on hearing our episodes. So yeah.
Get that exclusive shit.
Yeah. And we have stickers, and we have mugs, and we're gonna do shirts pretty soon. Also, you get, depending on which tier, I think I might have said this before, depending on which tier you join, you can, you get to pick 3 cases that we cover.
Oh, yeah.
Or you get to record with us a case of your choice, which is pretty damn cool. So
I
yeah.
sneezed and I muted my microphone. Sorry.
That was. I was like, what is she doing?
I muted it right in time.
Yeah, that was fast. That was very quick.
Sorry.
I wouldn't even think to do that. I just would sneeze. But yeah, no pressure. But if you want to help us out, especially during this hard time, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ashley and Morgan for being patrons. Hopefully more of you will be intent. Yeah. But anyway, it's just absolutely insane what people are capable of. And that has to be probably the worst, like, picture I've seen of, like we were talking about, there used to be like rotten.com.
Yeah.
There's like best score. And, I've seen a little bit of that. I don't love it. I don't like watching people die. But,
Sure.
I'm sure like almost everybody has been on rotten.com. I think it was like a rite of passage back in the day.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, you have to check out this site. And
I
remember I went on.
Do you want to see Marilyn Monroe's dead body? Like, I just remember that was like, that was the intro.
That's right. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it's like nothing I have ever seen before. No, I can't describe it at all. It's just straight up. I don't know the word.
Yeah. There was one when I was doing the Carl Denka case, who was the Forgotten Cannibal, or he was the dude, if you guys don't remember, that would take in, like, kind of homeless folks or vagrants, and kill them and make suspenders and things from their bodies. And then it was also said that he cut them up and made stew out of them. That one was pretty fucking gnarly, because they're actually, even though it was such an old case, it was from like I want to say it was like the early 1900s. It was like World War One era. There are these creepy ass black and white photos of his apartment that he was living in, and you can see like there was all the bone fragments that they found, and then there was fucking just pots and stuff in his kitchen, and it was gnarly.
There's a picture of the suspenders too.
Yeah. Like, just
skin.
Yeah, you could. It's gross. I'm gonna have to get some of those up on Patreon too.
Wait, I did it. I forgot to tell you. I did it.
Oh, okay, cool.
I meant to tell you that. Oh my god! I was just going through our episodes, and I was like, I know that was yours, but I was curious because it was so long ago, and I know that you had the picture of his dead body.
Yeah.
But I was curious. I was like, well, there can't be anything that's so long ago, But yeah, I mean,
there was a surprising amount of pictures from that time.
Yeah. And I mean, even the photo of him, it's very clear.
Yeah. Creepy. He was like,
oh, like, god,
just,
I know.
Yeah.
I know. He looks like a sardine or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, we're gonna keep adding that. Trying to think what else we have up there. I have I put up, what did I put up? I believe I did Issei Sagawa. I might have done Shandashare, which I don't really want to do kids put kids' pictures up there, but Shanda Sharer, I put a little bit because I don't know why. It wasn't that bad, and I mean, of course, it was terrible what happened to her, but it
Sure.
wasn't. The pictures that I found were not that like they don't
Graphic.
show they don't show everything, and
Yeah.
um but like I did who else did I put up? Darlie Roudier, I can't remember how to say her last name. But I just put up the crime photos because I wasn't going to put up pictures of her dead sons. Like they were
Sure.
like
Yeah.
8 and 7 or something
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
Horrible.
Like none of that. None of that. But yeah, I mean, check it out. We have a lot of stuff on there. But yeah, Canada, man.
What the fuck? Sorry.
Sorry.
And I'm sorry if we have any Canadian listeners. Just Canada's a weird place, man.
It's weird. I mean, nothing against it except for I think that they're a little too lenient on some of their
Sentencing.
murderers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Totally.
although Luca Magnotta, that he got a good sentence though. I think he got life, didn't he?
God, I don't fucking remember, and I covered that. I
I'm
think he did
pretty
get
sure.
life.
I think
Yeah.
he got life.
Yeah.
I think he did. Um, which I mean, not to say one is worse than the other, but if he got life, why wouldn't Vince Lee got life? And again, I don't care that it was mental illness, you know? I
Sure.
mean, sure, I feel bad that he has a mental illness. I feel bad if anybody has a mental illness, but just because you have a mental illness, you shouldn't get away with something like that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But again, it's other countries in general. I mean, I can think of so many cases from different countries where they just they get away with it basically. I mean, they serve a
Yeah.
little bit of time,
Yeah.
especially if they're a little bit younger. It's like I do in some cases think that kids can be rehabilitated, but I think it really depends. Like what's who's the little girl that was like 10 or 11 and she killed like two or three kids she's from England. Mary Bell. You know who I'm talking about, right?
No.
You have to. Yes, you do. Well, I'll cover it. But
Okay.
anyway, yeah. I mean, same thing with her. She was young. She had like a really, really hard home life, and I mean, I'll go into that if I cover it. But I mean, same thing. She went to jail until I think she was maybe 18. But I mean, totally new life, never offended again. Like she married with kids.
Wow.
So, I mean, I guess it can, but I think it really depends on the situation
Sure.
and what they do and like what they've actually done.
Um, I don't, I've like read up about it and listened to podcasts about it, but even like the young girl that, uh, the two girls that tried to kill their friend and said it was for like an offering to Slenderman.
Oh, yes.
The one
I
girl, they
watched.
ended up finding that she's schizophrenic and,
Yeah.
now she's
Yeah.
getting help and she didn't actually kill her friend. They just tried to.
Yeah.
But I
But I
feel
think
like,
they're in jail for I think one of them might be in jail for life. I think the other one might be like 40 years or something.
yeah. And I want to say, I think the one, she's actually in like a state hospital.
I think both of them are
Oh,
actually.
are they? Okay.
I'm pretty sure both of them had or have mental illnesses, but the one girl with like the longer blonde hair
Yeah.
and glasses, I think she was real. Have you seen the documentary Beware the Slender Man?
I, I don't know. Yeah, I think I did. I want to
It's an
say I did.
HBO documentary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I did watch it.
Well,
And
I
it
mean,
does it show her like talking to the investigators and
yeah,
everything? Yeah.
both of them. And
Yeah.
but the one girl is like just so odd and like you could yeah, I mean you could
If
tell.
you guys haven't watched it, you got to watch it. It's pretty weird. They
Yeah,
truly believe
it's
that like well, the one girl definitely truly believed that Slender
yeah.
Man was.
Yeah, I honestly believe the other girl with the darker hair. I honestly feel like she was just like a lonely kid who wanted friends and went along with what her friend said, because I don't know. There's
It's
just,
bizarre.
yeah, there's just, I don't know. Like it just seemed like she just wanted friends, and she went along with what her friend
Ha-
said about Slenderman.
I know we're like totally getting off track here, but have you heard of, I want to say, I'm gonna look it up. There, Siren Head. Have you heard of that one
No,
yet? That's
no,
like a new Slender Man type of thing. So
really.
watch out for Siren Head. Yeah, if you hear your kids talking about that shit, you need to figure out what's going on. Yep.
Is it like one of those creepy pastas like
Yeah.
Slenderman was? Okay.
Yeah.
What like I what actually is a creepy pasta? Is it like short story, like just like scary stories?
Yeah, and then so I guess creepypasta comes from copy pasta, which were these long, written out things that they basically are like a meme where people copy and paste them, and that's where copy pasta comes from. So then creepypasta, I guess, is like scary shit that gets
Right.
passed on. It's basically just
Like
like a
urban
meme.
legends.
Yeah,
Urban
exactly.
legends, but like in this age.
Right, on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I just don't understand how. I mean, I guess I can see how the one girl maybe would believe it if she is schizophrenic,
Oh yeah.
but I mean, they were like 13, I think. I mean, if you don't believe in Santa Claus, why would you believe in that?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
would think they didn't believe in Santa Claus. I don't know. Who
I
knows?
don't know.
Who fucking knows?
I don't
Um,
know.
Also, I watched the movie that they made. It's just called Slenderman.
Okay.
Horrendous.
I heard it was terrible.
So bad.
Yeah.
So bad. I was
Yeah.
like, are you fucking kidding me?
I almost watched it, but I saw it had like a 1-star rating, and I was like, oh, that's not even worth my time.
Yeah, don't bother. It's it's just, I mean, I watched it without really knowing much about it. I just saw Slenderman, and it was like not long after I watched a documentary. So I was like, oh, this might be good.
Yeah.
But it was fucking horrible.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah. Um, but I think we are done for today.
Yeah.
We will try to be back ASAP with episode, is it 25, I think?
Oh, let's see. I don't know. Full disclosure, I started like writing for a 15-minute murder, and then I had so much written that I was like, fuck it, this is gonna just be my next episode. So I'm already like partially done with my next episode. Yeah, next episode will be your turn, and that'll be
Yeah,
episode 25 coming up
yeah,
soon.
yeah. And we'll try to, I think we should try to record tomorrow night if we could.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
Let's double whammy. So
Yeah, I'm
in one
ready,
week.
baby.
All right, guys. Well, you know, stay
Stay
safe,
safe, wash your
wash your
hands,
hands, don't kill
don't
your
kill your
family.
family.
Bye,
Bye,
sinners.
sinners.